Hi everyone!
Hello!
So welcome back to our channel, and today we think will be the first in a series of videos on synthetic ingredients.
Yes, because thank you, because a lot of you have asked for various ingredients videos. That's great to have a nice long list, which we will try and work our way through. But something that kind of caught our attention was a couple of you were asking to have videos about maybe ingredients that were less well known.
Yeah, so we feel like, you know, stuff like rose and jasmine, you get it in your garden, most people know what it smells like and where it comes from. But we thought we'd go through some that are a little more unusual, and those are predominantly synthetic. So the first one we're going to do today is Cashmeran. Cashmeran. People say it in different ways depending on where they're from, but it's that one. So it's like meant to smell like cashmere, basically.
It's known sometimes, like in the perfumer's blurb, it might be written as cashmere woods or white woods or blonde woods. We'll put the actual real chemical compound name on the screen.
It's very long,
so then you can see it. But yeah, I won't even attempt to be the scientist. We'll leave that to the experts.
Yeah. So it was first created in the 70s by IFF, who are International Flavours and Fragrance, and a chap called John Hall created it.
Who also, I read, created ISOE Super, which is another very common.
We will do a video on that as well, because as you say, it's very common. So very clever chap, and he managed to make something that smelt like cashmere feels. Yeah,
this idea of describing fragrance like texture is one that actually appeals to me quite a lot. I mean, how would you describe a cashmere wool?
Well, it's soft. It's comforting, it's kind of cosy, luxurious,
warm, and exactly that enveloping type idea. So if you think about all those descriptive words and apply them to a scent, that's kind of what they're trying to achieve.
I mean, I guess the thing that it's most similar to would be musk.
Yes, I mean it's not the musk family, but it is musk-like.
Powdery, but sometimes it can smell fruity or even floral. I mean, it's an amazing ingredient to kind of blend other things. It's mostly used, I think, in the base of women's fragrances because it's, like I say, it's quite soft, but it has a really nice long trail to it, so it makes the fragrance last.
Yeah, and I think, again, it's one of those ingredients that kind of draws out the different facets of the flowers or other ingredients that it's put with.
It's a good blender. And it's also actually used a lot in household products, particularly like fabric conditioner. Because I know that IFF work on a lot of those scents for household products as well, and it works really well because it's not soluble in water, so it works really well as a fabric softener. And actually, when you know that, and then you smell a fragrance that has it in, it has that feeling of what you like from a fabric conditioner.
Absolutely.
So
just in case, just gonna rewind slightly, just in case you're kind of somebody who maybe doesn't know perfume that well and you're watching, and you kind of this sort of the mysteries of the perfume world are maybe unknown to you. We talked about IFF, International Flavours and Fragrances, and they are a company who they have perfumers working for them, and they would make some of the perfumes for big houses.
Yes.
So we often don't talk about them on the shop floor.
No.
They're not known to customers, but the brands would hire a perfumer who might work for IFF, and then that perfumer would have access to all of those lovely ingredients that they have in their labs.
And they also make the ingredients.
Yes.
So like Cashmeran, and they also have, you know, rose fields and vetiver fields in Haiti and all that kind of thing. So they're always trying to source new ingredients for use in perfumery. We've chosen Cashmeran, a fragrance with Cashmeran in today to show you, also because it's new and we haven't shown it to you yet. And that is from the brand of Alaia, and it's Alaia Nude.
Again, it's got that same laser cut style that Alaia fashion is really known for on the bottle. And I also like the top of the bottle, which is the golden spool of thread, which again ties into the idea of the fashion house.
Yes. The juice has got a slight kind of nudie pink tone to it, and the previous fragrances from Alaia were it was just called Alaia, but it was black, and then there was Alaia Blanche, obviously white and nude. So black, white and nude are his kind of key colours in terms of fashion.
Should I have a spray?
Yes, let's have a spray.
I'll spray. Would you like some on your skin?
Yes. Oh, actually,
what have you got on?
I sprayed it already. I've got it.
Well, that would be interesting. So how long ago did you spray that?
Probably 15 minutes ago.
So we start to see the development. Very nice.
Yeah.
I know this because I was wearing it as soon as it arrived in the office because I'm a big Alaia fan, particularly the original one. And I feel like if we're talking about cashmere being enveloping, I feel like this is the most enveloping of the three Alaias.
Yeah. Soft, powdery, luxurious, because cashmere is, you know, kind of luxurious fabric. It's definitely got some floral, because it's not just cashmere and it's got other notes in it as well. So,
but I think they've put Cashmeran quite early on up in the top, no? Somebody was telling me the other day that immediately you spray it, you smell that enveloping, almost powdery softness, which I agree with.
It does have other powdery notes such as iris in it, which works very well with it. And a warm kind of floral orange blossom smell as well.
Yeah, it smells like warm talc.
Yes.
In a good way.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
And I also feel about this that there's a tiny sparkle, but not too bright.
No, it's got a sensuality of a kind, slightly vanilla-y, slightly gourmand, not lots, but just a touch of that sweetness.
Yeah, it has actually. There is a sweetness, and there's quite an animalic dry down to this as well. Yeah. I've noticed.
I mean, no way near as much as the black, the original Alaia, which is very animalic, but you can still smell that they're from the same family, really.
Yes, I quite like that, don't you? Yeah. When if you've got a favourite from a designer brand, and then they bring out, and because often they bring out flankers and other things to add to the portfolio, I quite like there to be some commonality between them, but them not to be too similar.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, it's a beautiful fragrance, and I think it's out now. So go and check it out if you've got an Alaia stockist near you. Yeah. And
I can't stop smelling it. Yeah. I think that's another.
Quite addictive.
Yeah, it really is.
And did you know about Cashmeran? Had you heard of it? What do you think of it? What do you think about synthetics in perfumery? Big topic of conversation.
Okay, so just before we go, we also thought we would do a Q&A video coming up in maybe, I don't know, a couple of weeks' time. So please do, in the comments below, leave questions for us, and Sarah and I will review them, and then we'll try and answer them over 1, 2, even 3 videos, depending on how many questions there are. Because sometimes it's actually quite hard for us to always answer questions in a timely manner every week, because we obviously do our day jobs as well. So forgive us if we're not very, very quick on the uptake there, but do ask them some questions and we'll put them in a video coming up.
So anything to do with fragrance, working in fragrance, all that kind of thing. You can also find us on Instagram, we'll always link it below if you want to send us questions there as well.
And if you've not subscribed, please subscribe.
Thank you, and we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.